Team, mess with the beasts, you get the horn. All right? Team captain, Bobby Horn. So, you and I were speaking when this event, this whole thing kind of was born. It was born in my crazy head, but it was our natural competitiveness that kind of brought it to life. So I have to ask you, once you saw this officially became a challenge and we were going to have this online tournament for some good prize money, what motivated and inspired you to get the two teammates that you have?
Well, it was pretty easy. Jake and I have been attached at the hip for about 5 years now, playing racquetball, so that was an easy choice. And then I know we had to pick an LPRT player, and I knew it was going to be some physical challenges. I knew Maripa was in pretty good shape, we'll say, to say the least. And so it was an easy choice. So I just, text her, like, you want to do this? And she's like, yep. And I'm pretty sure she didn't know what she got herself into originally. And she still might not know, but she's in. So, yeah, that's about how it came apart.
So, Maripa, did Bobby call you? Did Bobby text you? What was your reaction and what were you thinking, like Bobby said, when that happened?
He texted me like, hey, do you want to join this team thing that Satsi is doing? I'm like, yeah, sure. What are we doing? No, it's just some physical stuff. Okay, I'll go. All in.
Literally the same thing he said to me. I was like, sure, whatever. Why not? Didn't know what it was, but sure.
Yeah, it sounds fun, sure. Like, we're all bored here, so.
So wait, so Jake, that's a great point. So why did you say yes? Is it just a competition thing, or is it because Bobby texted you, or what's the deal there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting at home, like, it's like, why not do something competitive? So he was like, it's it's some competition that Sudsy put together and whatever. It's kind of like an exercise thing. And I'm like, well, something else to do, so why not? I didn't know what it was, but whatever. It works.
I like that too. So Bobby, when you look at all the teams that have entered, the 8 teams, right? All phenomenal athletes. Which team to you jumps out as, one of the tougher teams?
Well, my instant call is probably Rocky, Paula, and Acuna, just because I know Rocky, Paula, and Acuna are all in really good shape, and I know they train often, regularly. So that one's the first one that jumps off the page. And I think Jake and I were talking about it. We think this is going to be funny right here. Landa's going to surprise everybody for how in shape he is, even though all of us know he's in great shape already. But for some reason, he's just going to go and probably do like 1,000 push-ups in 20 seconds, and everybody's going to be like, what the heck happened, when we all know better than that. But yeah, so I think the Landa team is going to be something that is going to be pretty good. Landa, Camacho, and Maria, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so those are my 2 teams I think will be a little bit tough. I do see the Pratt team somehow sneaking in there. I don't know how, but Skinny Pratt's going to do like 1,000 push-ups as well. So
yeah, no, Alex certainly is not a surprise to any of us on this call. That I as you can see, a lot of the events, how we set them up, where it is physical, but a lot of them are really mental too. And I wanted to see you guys know it's all about mental strength and conditioning also, and I think it's going to be about the toughest competitor. Jake, what do you think about the teams? Who jumps out at you that, all right, that squad right there is going to be tough to deal with?
Yeah, like Bobby said, he and I kind of talked just a little bit, and those 2 teams for sure, because I know they all 6 of those humans train pretty hard, so that'll be interesting. Everyone works out and trains hard. They don't get to this level without that, so they're all going to be tough. But definitely those 2 teams. I know Tony's a pretty tough SOB, so he'll be interesting to deal with. But yeah, it should be fun.
Maripa, so like I told you, there are a lot of expectations from everybody, including your captain, who speaks very highly of you. What do you think about the competition, and what do you think about the teams when you see the teams? Hopefully you saw the teams, and what do you think about who jumps out at you?
I remember some of the teams, not all of them. I know all of the girls are in pretty good shape. Like, that's a good thing about the LPRT. Like, they all work out. No one does only their core training. But it's fun because I was thinking like, okay, but Paula is a great athlete and she's in really good physical shape. But you're like, how long could she get in a plank for? Like, I mean, these guys are going to be hours in a plank position. I mean, a long time. Like, I have high hopes for everybody. You know, high expectations for everybody.
Sure. Maripa, do you do any of these exercises in your training?
I mean, push-ups, yeah, and planks, but I do them harder.
I like it. Bobby made the right call.
We're going to go ahead and throw a 45-pound plate on her back while she's doing them just to make it fair.
Yeah, I put Christina on top just to make it harder.
This might be my favorite team. So Jake, you know, we know you train like Rocky in Rocky 4 when he's training to fight Ivan Drago, and I see there's no snow behind you right now. Do you do any of these exercises at all ever when you train?
Push-ups, but yeah, it's usually with like bands or something to make it a little more difficult. Planks, variations, stuff like that. But yeah.
And how do you expect to do out here, Jakester?
Pretty well. Planking, we'll see. I mean, I might get bored, so I'll drop that maybe.
No.
Okay.
I texted Bobby last night, and I told him the one hitting against the wall. I said, you know, hands of a god. So we got that taken care of. I'm not worried about that one.
Of a Greek god or whatever Thor is, right? Bobby, you are, to me right now in our sport, you might be, no disrespect to anybody else in the sport, the most knowledgeable about the physical fitness and physical approach, what's needed on a racquetball court. When you saw these events, because nobody had any idea, it was even difficult for us to build these events because we're all stuck inside a house and, we had to keep them limited. So Bobby, when you saw the 5 challenges that you and your team and everybody else will have, what were your thoughts?
When it comes to these events that we have, especially in the early part of the competition, I think it actually evens out the playing field a lot more than what we may have originally thought before we got those, just because it's not going to be all strength. So like, just because Jake is super strong, can lift 1,000 pounds over his head, doesn't mean that he's going to do more push-ups than a guy like María, for example, who's really, really small but very fit, and he might be able to do more push-ups than Jake. Even though it's, Jake's a lot stronger than him. So I think because it's body weight and because we're doing some plank holds and some wall sits, that might, that evened it out a little bit early on. So that's kind of my gut feeling. Across the board, it's going to be a little bit closer than we thought. And I think there's going to be a good competition over all 8 teams, really, kind of my early thoughts.
All right, we're going to do, I know we've all seen this before, like rapid fire. I'm going to say una palabra, one word, all right? And then you are going to give me the first thing that comes to your mind, all right? But take it slow because we had a little problem with the Pratt team. People were jumping in. We're going to start with Maripa, then we're going to go to Jake.
Don't start with me. I start with someone else.
Now I'm definitely with you. So we're definitely with Maripa. I'll say a word, whatever comes to mind, okay? So
Okay.
we'll go then Jake, then Bobby. Here we go. All right, Maripa. Racquetball.
Cool.
Jake.
Life.
Bobby.
Win.
Next word. We'll start with Jake here. Jake. Competition.
Fun.
Bobby.
Win.
Maripa.
Winning.
Bobby. Quarantine.
Eat.
Maripa.
Productive. I don't know how you like
Perfect.
doing stuff. Yeah.
Jake.
Bullshit.
There it is. There we go.
I was waiting for that one. Thank you. All right. So this last word is only for Jake, okay? Jake, first thing that pops into your head.
Yeah.
Ready?
No.
Beer.
First love.
All right, so let's leave it with this. Bobby, I'm going to ask you, you did a great job here. This is an amazing team. It's a great team name, by the way. You were one of the first to sign up. What are your expectations for your team in this event where, you're competing for some good prize money considering you're locked up at home? What are your expectations for Mess with the Beasts, Get the Horn?
I think we have a really good chance of taking it all home. I picked 2 people that I thought could do 2 versus 3 on all the competitions, so I don't have to do much. So hopefully that works out well, and that strategy worked out just perfect. So between them versus everybody else, I think we'll be just fine as long as I can kind of hold half my own. So good luck to everybody.
Hey, good luck to you 3. Great job. Definitely high expectations, and we'll see what happens here.